Welcome back. We're here once again with Paul Fry, who's President and CEO of the Washington County Chamber of Commerce, and the voice of business in Washington County, right, Paul?
That's our vision. Yes.
Excellent, excellent. Henry.
Paul, your members, I know, give you input. They try to provide you direction. You're sort of overall.
Right.
What are they really looking for as results as we go forward? Is it, we ended up the last segment on, having an employable workforce coming out, which is part of our education system, but there's other things in the community. How is our tax situation within the community? How is, what are the other needs that businesses in Washington County need to thrive?
You mentioned the education piece. We need to make sure we're working together on that. I think having a government or having government workers open to working with them to get things accomplished, so business friendly, customer service friendly. I think Ron mentioned marketing. I think making sure we have good quality of life, and so we talked earlier about arts and entertainment, parks. So you mentioned I-81, so infrastructure. I think most businesses, when they speak up, and business owners and large organizations, we want this to be a good place that we can recruit employees, we can have a fair opportunity to make a profit, and that we can work in partnership with our government officials, because it is a partnership.
Now, your members, what's the average size of the employers that, I know you have a couple different tiers, but
We're probably 85%, definitely fewer than 50 employees, and we have probably half the people are fewer than 5 employees, smaller entrepreneurs.
That's surprising.
And then of course we have the cities and the First Datas and school system. We have Bowman, and so, but most of our folks are smaller.
So you represent, a lot of the local mom and pops places that we patronize. If we're buying local, you're representing them.
Sure.
In
Restaurant.
But it sounds like you have a good cross section.
We have great. We have probably 90 nonprofits of our 600 plus members. We have small organizations. We have minority-run organizations, women-run organizations. I think we have a great, diverse membership and a nice, diverse board to represent business here in Washington.
So Henry mentioned that you meet with, or you gather information from your members, and obviously one of the ways to do that is through all of the events, and there's not a day that goes by that I don't see the Chamber planning something that is beneficial, or whether it's education or advocacy or whatever the case may be. Talk to us about some of the things that the Chamber does to collaborate with its members and to learn from them.
We have learning lunches on any type of topic, from marketing, Ron's favorite topic, to human resource issues, to we have coffee and connections that it's 20 to 25 business people come in for coffee at the Chamber office, to business after hours, which is over 100 people, to our annual meeting, to our, one of my favorite, the economic summit with Anibam Basu coming up in November.
Anibam Basu, the guy that gives us all the good information and we don't follow any of it.
That's right. We ought to hire him.
Yeah, we ought to hire him. He gives us all kind of ideas. We should be the #1 economic development traction on 81 Carter. And what do we do when he leaves? Nothing.
Well, I see a little bit differently. We are making progress. Again, we do have, between the city and the county and the state, we are talking about how to promote what we're doing. I just met with a business this afternoon, and they didn't know about some of the things we do, some of our benefits we have, some of our affinity programs. We have electric co-op, we have a teledoc program for our members. So I tell our members, if you have a question, come talk with us. There's lots of ways we can promote your business, whether it be on our website, whether it be in our new office. And so if you're out there hustling, there is a way we can help you with your business. We're only limited by your creativity.
And the interesting thing, and I'll tell you, and I said this in front of Chamber folks before, I don't think I've ever said it on this show, but for the first 10 years I was a member of the Chamber, it was through an organization that I worked for, a bank, and I never went to anything, and consequently, guess what, I never got anything out of the Chamber. And the first year I opened my business, the then CEO came to me and said, Jim, you need to join, and I joined, and we met for lunch, and I got involved, and it was amazing. it was amazing the response. It was amazing what I gained from that just being active. It's who was it? Who was the local guy that used to say the world is run by those who show up? Mike Callis.
Mike Callis,
Yeah.
yes.
Mike Callis. Very true.
Well, and I will tell you, Washington County is a very welcoming community. We have a lot of smart people here. We have a lot of people who know the area. If you have a question, someone will help you with it. If you have a concern, someone will help you, whether it be you three sitting around this table or someone that you mentioned, during this program. There's someone out there that can help you with your question or concern. I've just found that in every single case, that they're very welcoming and very open to working and helping you.
So Paul, tell me about what the Chamber will be doing towards the election. What will you be doing for the election this cycle?
We're in process of creating questions. We're going to have 4 election forums all in October.
Okay.
The 3rd, the 10th, the 17th, the 24th, Board of Ed, County Commissioners, our state delegation, and then our Congressional 6th District in that order. And we're going to have forums with the idea, again, of educating our members and the business community about what these candidates stand for. And it's related to business. There's all kinds of things we can talk about, but how does it relate to business here in Washington County or in Hagerstown? So we're going to be having some forums with the idea of getting some answers. The most challenging one is going to be the commissioners, because we have so many candidates. And how can we get through a number of questions? And so we're working on it. And Ron sits on our Government Affairs Committee, and our committee helps to craft the questions. We're going to get input from our members. We're getting ready to send out an email on what questions you want us, would you like us to ask our candidates? So again, our job is to educate. We don't endorse, but who are the folks who are supporting business? What is their vision? What's their leadership style? And that's our goal is not to trick anybody. Our goal is just to find out where they stand on these business issues.
Okay, great. Henry, other questions?
I don't think Ron's had an opportunity this segment.
Well, I'm going back to Audubon Basu. I'm going back to all the positive things that we have going on. I'm going back to, he constantly tells us about we should be an economic powerhouse on 81. And I'm still of the firm opinion, one day we'll have Greg Snook on here and I can pin Greg down to say, what do we do to activate Chief? Chief used to, and he's in your office now, Chief used to bring a lot of our companies to the table. We used to have, Chief brought them in, you get them in, you go through the business community. What I really like that's happened is B.J. Getz and his bank from Middletown Bank have now come downtown Hagerstown, and hopefully through the Chamber's help, we can start seeing a new movement of banks coming back in to the town, because the day when we were really an economic powerhouse, the banks drove the economic
People
engine.
downtown, their workers were down for lunch
Yes.
or breakfast, they were buying things.
Yeah, so how that may happen is
I will tell you, I know
Interesting.
Greg, and have him on because he's working with the county and the city when they travel on these business trips and trying to recruit. He's sending information along for about the Mount Etna park that he's doing, the business park. So you're right. I think we're starting to be more proactive in doing outreach. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.
welcome. Thank
we
you.
appreciate your time today, and we hope you come back again.
Sure.
Up next, Fast Five. Stay with us. We're back in 3.